Good afternoon. I'm here with a word from the Lord regarding your kingdom spouse. If you are trusting Him, right, to bring you together with your spouse and you have already met them. This is not for everyone, so please pray, take this word to the Lord, and ask Him if this is indeed for you. I was thinking about how, the Lord kept lowering the bar for Israel. So when I say lowering the bar, I don't mean the laws were, wiped out of the way, but I mean the way that, he just refused to let go of Israel until such a point that he came down himself to die for all of us. And I also went to 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 18, where the Lord says, "Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed to Baal, and every mouth which hath not kissed him." I then realized that that is, kind of the love that I give. The love that gives grace, the love that forgives and forgives and forgives and forgives. And I think, a lot of women that I've come across, it may not be that many women, but they will, keep on forgiving and keep on forgiving. And a lot of the time, we're doing it for the wrong people. I remember at the height, of when I was still idolizing marriage, and I was still hoping that my daughter's father and I would fix things. He said at one point, and we were not dating. I just continued, just loving the guy. And he said at some point that he's never been loved the way that, I was loving him. Now I'm paraphrasing here, but he just said no one has ever, shown up in that way for him. And, as women who would never go that far for a man, the bar was underground or in the basement, so to speak. But I'm here to tell you it was the right kind of love, just for the wrong person. And that is the exact kind of love that Jesus showed me when he kept showing up to clean me up every time the idol of marriage had wrecked me. And it's also the love that, the Lord directed Hosea to show to the people of Israel. It was God's love for the people of Israel, even though they were unworthy. Right? Because the Lord told Hosea in Hosea chapter 1, verse 2, it reads, "The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms, and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord." Now, Gomer wasn't used to that kind of love, okay? And neither are we. We're not used to receiving that kind of love. That's why part of our healing is, allowing God to parent us and show us, what love actually looks like before he can join us with anyone. And that is why in the past we chose broken people who rejected and neglected us the same way that our fathers or mothers or whoever, was the primary caregiver did. And yet we left Jesus standing alone. Okay? Until one day we heard him out and never looked back. All right? Now, Jesus pursued many of us. We left Jesus standing many, many times until, well, some of us, I know myself personally, it only, clicked by the grace of God in 2020 after, I was a mess. Mentally, I was a mess. I had just gone through, a harrowing deal of a time. I don't know how to put it, but I had gone through a lot, right? And then he picked me up and he cleaned me up. And then after that, I decided, you know what? I am going to hear him out. Now, Hosea chapter 3, verses 1 to 3 reads as follows. Then said the Lord unto me, Go yet, love a woman beloved of her friends, yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. So I bought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for an homer of barley. And I said unto her, Thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So will I also be for thee. So the Lord really, really wanted Hosea to experience what he experienced, so that when he sends the message to the people of Israel, Hosea would be speaking from a viewpoint, from the Lord's viewpoint almost. I know it's not exactly the same, but it kind of is. It kind of is. Now, there's a song that has lyrics that say, Break my heart for what breaks yours. Show me how to love like you have loved me. It's by Hillsong. You might be familiar with it. Now, some of us, when that man that God has spoken to you about and confirmed again and again that he's going to be your spouse, when he comes back, he's going to come back broken. After having chased after broken people who broke him, and just like Jesus did for us, you will quietly clean up his wounds. Because until what he is pursuing, until what that man is pursuing, what he thinks is better out there, lets him down and humbles him, he won't be faithful. Okay? So he has to go out there for the last time and really be let down by whatever he thinks is better out there. Right? And it's not like it hasn't happened before. It's not like he hasn't tried, to run his own life like that and to choose for himself. I know myself. I have chosen for myself, and every time I failed until I surrendered to the Lord. So he will go there, he will go out again, and then whatever he thinks is better out there will fail him. And it won't be the first time, but it will be the last time. So only then will he be coming back and be able to be faithful to you. Because if he doesn't experience that, he might stay thinking there's better out there. And that wouldn't do well for your marriage. Now, the Lord once gave me a dream. In this dream, I was busy, cleaning, sweeping my house, and there was a tree, and the tree had a very prickly fruit, right? So I managed to get the fruit down. I harvested the fruit, and it was there, just sitting by itself. And I was busy, about my business, just sweeping my house, cleaning, when two ladies came. And they took this fruit that I harvested myself and they ate it. They ate some of the best part, like the juiciest parts of this fruit. They ate it, right? And when I went to confront them, they were like, here is what's left. You can still make a salad. To say I was angry is just, but it was a dream. So I was angry in that dream, but I did take the fruit. I took that fruit back because I knew that it was rightfully mine. Now, you can only take that fruit back if you know that the Lord has said that man is going to be your husband. All right? I'm not advising anyone else except those that God has confirmed a certain person is going to be your husband, and you are in separation for whatever reason and you are not talking. Even if you are talking, you're able to see, or God has shown you in a dream that he is busy with other people. And when I think about it, giving that kind of forgiveness and grace, accepting someone that did you wrong like that, is the very thing that I've been doing in the past, once again, but like for the wrong people. So if this is the season for God to bring back that, husband that he promised you, if this is the season and this word is for you, he's going to come back and he's never going to look back. The same way that you went back to Jesus and you never went back to your old life. And you only did that after life had humbled you over and over again. And myself personally, when I came back to Jesus, right, after the last time that, that idol wrecked me, and I came back to Jesus, nothing Jesus asked me to do was too much, right? I came back full force. Okay, when he said, leave your family, go to this town, I did everything that he told me to do. Because I now realize that actually, Jesus is worthy. There's so much value in staying with Jesus. And that he's what my heart has been desiring all along. Now that you've heard this word, go back to being about your Father's business. As Jacqueline Carr would say, take your hand off of it and trust in me, trust in me. And if you happen to be struggling, with taking your hand off of it and trusting God with it, then I'm going to add a link in the description of, a video that helped me from a lady that I follow here on TikTok, a video that helped me to let go of it.